All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. This is our kickoff call for the month of August. And I am so excited that we have Sharon here with us to share her story and some of what got her started in Plexus. And one of the things that we love to do in our kickoff call for the month is, for one, welcome all of our new customers. So whether you're catching this live or you're catching this on the replay, welcome. Welcome to Plexus. Welcome to our team here. And getting started on your health journey is really and truly one of the best decisions that you could have made. And so we're here to give you some tips for getting started, talk a little bit about how to use your products. If you have some questions, you can drop them in the chat. And just remind you that what you have started is an incredible journey, and it is one that you really want to, that first phase, that first season that you really want to focus on is your first 90 days. And whether or not you see lots of changes in your first few weeks, focus on your first 90 days and getting really consistent with your products, because consistency truly does compound. And sometimes, I know I was just talking to one of my customers that just got started in the last couple of weeks, and she was like, I haven't seen just lots of changes, but she's like, my energy is a little bit better. Digestion is a little bit better. And I'm like, you know what? Just being aware and noticing some of those, what might feel like small wins, over time, your consistency is going to compound and you're going to see more and more wins. So I am going to first talk about just some of our core products that you might have gotten started with, that a lot of people get started with. And we're just going to we're going to go over those just a little bit. We're not going to spend a lot of time because, first and foremost, I really want to encourage you to stay really connected to your sponsor and to the person who got you started here. And like I said, this call happens it's actually the first Monday of every month, but this week was a holiday for us in Canada. So it got rescheduled and reshuffled. And so here we are on Friday. This is actually the second Friday of the month. But this call will also happen again on, it should be the first Monday of September, but you guys, that might get rescheduled. I have to look at my schedule because I believe I am going to be gone. Let's see, the first Monday in September, I will be gone, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have great internet access for a call. So we might have to pivot on that one as well, but that's okay. I'll make sure you guys are informed. Um, a lot of people get started with our core gut health pack, which is our Bio Cleanse, our Pro Bio, and our Slim Drink, either our Microbiome Slim or our Hunger Control Slim. And I am still finishing up mine today. My mix today is the collagen as well as the Slim and the peach mango. It's kind of like my favorite mocktail, my favorite combo. But just a couple of things. Stay connected with your sponsor. Maybe she has, some special instructions for how you get started, but generally you're taking your Slim sometime during the day. Pick your time. Our Slims do not have caffeine in them unless you're drinking the sweet tea. There is a very small amount of caffeine in the sweet tea. But the fruity flavored ones, there is no caffeine in them. Pick your time, and just focus on getting consistent. On your first couple of tastes, your first week or two, it's like, do I enjoy this? Do I like the flavor? Is there something I want to do to enhance the flavor? Here's a couple tips. If it's a little too sweet for you, add more water or some pink Himalayan salt to it, or some lemon. Those are some really easy tweaks to just kind of change up the flavor. Here's what I also love to do. If you don't just love the flavor of your Slim, think about what kind of a fruity flavor you would enjoy that you might like having with it, and find you a tea bag like that and put that in with your Slim. Oh my goodness. The other week, so I love my peach mango with my watermelon Slim. Well, I was out of my peach mango active, but I had a peach tea bag, just like, that you would make for hot tea or whatever. And I put that in with my Slim. Oh my goodness, it was so good. You can put a tea bag of any different flavor in with your Slim, and it's just going to change it up just a little bit. It might be even a lemon honey tea bag or something like that. So there's always a way. True story. I actually love our flavors that Plexus has for our Slims and our Active. True story, though, the flavor of Slim that we had when I first started, and I'm telling you the story for a reason. I did not like the flavor. That was like 8 years ago. I did not like the flavor, but I was so committed to being consistent, and I so badly wanted the results that my friends were talking about in terms of like really more energy. That's really, really why I came to Plexus is I didn't want to waste the time, precious time that I had with my kids by being tired, always needing to say no when they wanted to go outside and do something. I was so committed. And so I would mix my Slim literally in just about this amount of water, shake it up, stir it up, drink it, just chug it down and chase it with some water. There's always a solution, always a way. So we have delicious flavors now, but every now and then someone, wants to change the flavor up in some kind of way, or maybe you just want to do something different. So just know those are options. Really, the best thing that you can do is pick a time of the day and just get consistent with taking your products at the same time. Now, if you miss that time of the day, just take it when you remember. Okay. That's also really important. Don't just wait till the next day. Take it when you remember it. And then if you're starting with a ProBio and the Bio Cleanse, you're probably starting with like two ProBio and two Bio Cleanse at night, something like that. If you are in Canada, I just caution you. If you read the Bio Cleanse bottle, it is telling you to take six a day, like take two capsules 3 times a day. Please don't start out that way. Please don't start out that way. You might get a little bloated and a little gassy, a little bit uncomfortable. I mean, it's not like it's not going to hurt you. Just I do take six a day, but I worked up to that. And you want to start with two, like two and two of each, and take them at night. You guys, it's so simple to get the system worked into your routine. Now, there were times, and I just want to encourage you, if you're having a hard time getting consistent, stack it with another habit you already have, such as maybe it's brushing your teeth at night. Put these right beside your bathroom sink where you brush your teeth. Have a cup of water sitting right there. Maybe you don't love seeing them sit on your bathroom counter. Do it for a month. Do it for 2 months. Do it for just a little bit of time until it becomes just second nature. Maybe you're taking everything first thing in the morning and you're having a hard time remember, set it on the counter. I don't like having a lot of things sitting on the counter, but there have been seasons in my journey of trying to remember when to take my things that I set them out. I put them somewhere. I think there was even a time that I tied something around my wrist or my finger to remember to take something. I don't remember what that was, but I just like have this flashback. Do whatever it takes. Get consistent. That is where the magic happens and where you get the results. You came for results, and we are here and committed to helping you get those results. So work together with your sponsor. A couple of other products you may have started with might be our X Factor Plus or our Ease anti-inflammatory. These are also two very common ones that one or the other might get added on. If you're not already taking a multivitamin, definitely think about adding on the X Factor Plus. If you are taking a multivitamin, consider trying this one out for a while and swapping out what you have. I do find that, and with the green X Factor Plus, generally is best taken with food. So if you take it on an empty stomach and you feel a little after taking it, take it with food next time. Some people are fine on an empty stomach. Some people do better taking it with food. The ease is our anti-inflammatory. And here's one quick thing I want to say about ease. Um, I have found time and time again that ease really helps to minimize um, the feelings of detox that you might have, like some of the um, when you start a new gut health routine, it's not uncommon to, maybe deal with like some headaches or some digestion upset, maybe even some fatigue. My story, I actually um, got extra tired for a while. And I wanted to think it wasn't working because I thought I started this to be not tired. I didn't start this to feel tired. I didn't, if I'm feeling more tired, it must not be working. And my sponsor so kindly and so gently, we just she happened to check in with me one day that I was laying on the couch. I was like, I don't think this is working. I am so tired. And I started this to not be tired. And she's like, oh, but detox and your body getting rid of the bacteria and the things that had you feeling unwell to begin with. Not really sick, just like, whether it was that fatigue or that, digestion or nausea or whatever that might have had you saying, I really want to try that. I wonder what it's going to do for me. So I find the ease is because it's an anti-inflammatory can be really helpful for that. So whether you started with ease or not, if you do hit a spot of where you're going through some detox and it feels a little bit hard or a little more uncomfortable than what you feel like you can push through, consider adding in the ease because it is so, so good for that. Um, and you may have started, and so with the ease, you can take that with your slim or in the evening with your probiotic. You may have started with the active. Absolutely love our active, clean energy, mental clarity drink. Um, I actually love mixing it with my slim. Some people like mixing, just having it for that afternoon pick me up. Um, and this is one sometimes, you may just, depending on what your goals are, this may be the one that you just drink kind of whenever you feel like you need that pick me up. Or maybe you just love it so much and you drink it every single day, or depending what your goals are. If you're really working on some mental health things, then you might really want to make sure you have that every single day. And you can just mix that up in the afternoon with like, 12 to 16 ounces of water. You can do 32 ounces of water if you want to as well. And it's so delicious. And just a reminder, we have the limited time prickly pear active and it's almost sold out. If you have not got a chance to try it yet, it is delicious. It tastes kind of like it's very fruity, kind of fruit punchy, maybe with some undertones of like a watermelon, berry kind of flavor. It really is delicious. I hope this comes back to stay. I don't say that about every single active that I have tried. And of course, everybody just has their own preferences, but this is one that I would love, love, love to see stay. If you liked the berry active that we had a couple of years ago, then I think you would like this one. It's a little different, but it just sort of reminds me of that. So, any questions at this point about products, how to get started, any questions about using them? One of the main things that I like to encourage people with your slim, make sure you mix it and drink it within 45 minutes. Mix and drink within 45 minutes. It will make a difference on your results. Do not mix it and let it sit in the fridge or just sip on it all throughout the day. If weight loss is your goal, then you will want to, if you're really wanting to hone in on that, mix it up and drink it about an hour before your largest meal and preferably not chug it. Maybe like sip on it over 30 to 45 minutes. If you're like, you know what, I really need the products for gut health, maybe you're actually one who needs to gain weight. I love that our products are not, it's called Slim. And while it has helped some people with weight loss, I have personal friends that it has also helped with needing to gain weight because they were like 95 pounds or something. And it was their gut and their hormones were just out of whack. And if that happens to be you, yes, these products are still for you. I would suggest that you just take them right after your meal. So that way you're not feeling full and not wanting to eat as much when it's your meal time. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, next up, we are going to open it up for Sharon, and I am going to ask Sharon to come on and share her story with us about when she got started with Plexus. So, um, Sharon and I have a mutual friend that introduced us to each other. Sharon is from Nova Scotia, and Sharon, as you unmute, just tell us a little bit about yourself. Um, and how you got started with Plexus, what you've experienced, anything you want to tell us about what you have loved about Plexus. So take it away, Sharon.
Thank you so much, Jody, for having me on today. And it's such an honor to be asked to share my story. And yeah, so for those of you who are listening, we just recently connected and through my upline, Krista Howland. So I am from Nova Scotia, Canada, a little bit east of you guys, some of you. And I'm just excited for Plexus. And so back, I've been with Plexus since I made my first post, I'll say that in March of 2024. And prior to that, like I'm 55 years old. So I was in that whole season of perimenopause.
Hey, Sharon,
Yes.
are you? I just want to, I'm not sure if you were aware, you're not, your video isn't on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just give me a minute.
I just know that Sharon is very comfortable with showing her face, and I thought maybe you didn't realize it wasn't on.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Give me a second here. I try to figure out how to do this.
Are you on your phone or your
I'm
computer?
on my phone. Oh
So
dear.
you just kind of tap the screen, and at the bottom, there we go. There we see you. Okay. So you were
Okay.
starting to talk to us about how you were
Uh,
getting started, perimenopause and all that. All the
Okay.
good stuff.
So I'm sorry, ladies. Gotta love technology. Okay, so I was in that season of losing my mind. Seriously, I have an in-home daycare. So I have two children, age 33 and 30. They're married and I have grandbabies. And when I had my children, you only got 6 months maternity leave, and there's no way I could go back to work and leave my babies. So I chose to stay home and I started an in-home daycare. And so I'm still doing that. 33 years later, I have babies every day. And it's hard on a body. So I thought my pain in my body, my shoulder pain, my joint pain, and all those things was just because of the job that I was doing, lifting and lugging on children. And yes, in part, I'm sure it was. But then I discovered, oh dear, it's perimenopause, it's all these things. And I really was not well at all. In my emotions, my mind, physically, unexplained weight gain, all the ups and downs of all of that mess. And so my husband watched me for quite some time suffer, and it was killing him. Like he felt so bad. And so he was in Toronto one day on a business trip, and I had a package show up at my door. And it wasn't from Plexus. It was from a friend in New Brunswick. And I hadn't heard from her for a while. I opened it up and it was Plexus products. And so he had heard about Plexus through a friend and thought, maybe this will help my wife. So I secretly took the products for a month, and it changed me. I knew I had landed on something that everybody else needed. So um, even my kids didn't even know I was taking the products. I was gifted, yes, Jody, I was gifted the products from my husband. And all it was BioCleanse, probiotic, and X Factor. No pink drink. Those are the three things that got me. He just guessed. And I finished the products a month. And I was like, no, what do I do? I have no products. I reached out to this friend of mine, Krista, who I knew was big into Plexus. And long story short, I came in under her and I thought, well, I can't keep quiet about this. Like, I have to share this with people. And I made my first post on March the 9th. And this is 2024. And by the end of April 2024, so let me see, what's that, 5, 6 weeks? I was fast start senior gold. Like I went crazy. And I fast started every rank all the way to senior gold. And then not quite a year later, so March of this year, I went ruby. And I'm just excited. It helped me in so many ways. And I tell my husband all the time, I feel like I'm a hope dealer. I just offering something to somebody because I know if it helped me, surely it can help somebody else. And that has been my motto: if you're blessed, be a blessing. And I love being able to share. And so it has changed me. And even in that first 30 days, the sleep improved. And so I slept better. I felt better. The joint pain. Little did I know that inflammation showed up as joint pain. That's how it manifested for me. And so I was able to see big improvements and some small wins and some big wins. And I celebrated every one of them. And I continue to. Like I want, and that is my mission, to help other young moms and career moms, everybody, just get on this journey and not only feel better and to be present, but to make a difference and contribute to their family's budget and income and all those things. So that's been my mission, and I know what it's done for us, and so I know it can help others. And I appreciate everything you said, Jody, about the consistency. That is huge for me. I tell people the same thing that you just said. Get your products out of the cupboard and put them where you're going to remember. Set yourself up for success. And that is huge because people struggle with consistency, but that's where your success is. And so put them on your nightside table, put them by your toothbrush, on your kitchen island or somewhere where you're just grabbing something already anyway. And it's your reminder, yes, I got to take those products. So I don't know if there's anything else I can share. It's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful journey. And then to be able to bring my family along with me has just been a real blessing for me. And yeah, I don't know if you have any questions or if I can share anything else.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Yeah,
Does anybody have any questions in particular for Sharon? I just think it's so awesome that your husband like did that for you. Oh my goodness, just gives me chills.
it's crazy. And one of the things that I still find to this day when it comes to finding people to come alongside you and be a runner or lock arms with somebody who can build a business is one of the biggest limitations is social media for a lot of people
Mm.
because I get out there. That's not me. And I just want to give you a little example. So my niece, her little guy is in my daycare. I see her every day. So back almost about a year ago, she joined Plexus and she was nursing and she had a fussy baby and she just, this is not for me. This season is Plexus is not for me. So she put it on pause. And she just came back to Plexus as a customer 3 months ago. And she is a veterinary. She works at the veterinary hospital in our town, and she's high up in management, and she's a vet tech. She said no desire to build a business, none, but she takes her pink drink to work every day, and she's chugging it as she's walking through the door. And can if I can just tell you this, when it comes to limitations, if that's you, remove those limitations because I was shocked when I got a call from her one day and she said, one of my coworkers is curious about Plexus. And I'm like, what? And it just happened generically for her. She
Yeah.
just, she didn't make a post. She didn't brag on it. She just did her normal thing, just took her pink drink, went to work. And that was, let me see, right after Canada Day, like last month,
Okay.
July 3rd or 4th. She signed up her first person and she fast started senior silver at the end of July.
Oh my goodness.
Just,
Oh my goodness.
just, and she's made maybe one or two posts, like
Okay.
hardly anything. Now she's come so far, like she's understanding now the power in sharing, and word of mouth is wonderful, and she's doing that. But she's, it's just, she's found her passion. It's lit
Yes.
something inside of her.
Well,
And too has discovered, wow, and she's a young mom. She just got one of her first pays yesterday, and she's just like, what?
wow.
It made
And all the people she's blessing in the process. Yeah.
right. And she said to me, if I never make another dollar, already it's done so much for her. Like it stretched her. And that's what
Wow.
it me. Like I feel like it brought me out of my comfort zone in so many ways and made me, I stepped into things that I just did not believe that I could ever do.
Yes. Yes.
But it stretched me, and I can see that happening with her and so many others. I thought, wow, look at you go.
Yes. Yes.
And so there, I just, you know, that was a gift. I was able to turn around and just share. I don't
Mm,
know.
it is.
I don't know if
Well,
I'm
it
making sense
started by your
how I look.
husband,
I,
started by your husband giving you the
yeah,
gift, and you
yes.
passed on the gift. And like you said, I love how you highlighted. I mean, we hear this all the time from our president and CEO. If you're blessed, be a blessing. And that has been
And,
our desire
and
here.
I, a very strong woman of faith. Like, I do know that this is an answer to my prayer. I know it. I know this. I know this didn't just fall in my lap. This was a God moment for me and our family. I believe that with all my heart.
Wow.
And I don't hold back in sharing that because I mean, yeah, I'm a strong woman of faith, and I do know that with God's help and whatever, I can share this with so many, and more people want it. So, whether you're a homeschooling mom or your, career or whatever, I do know that there is a place for you in Plexus.
Wow. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much for sharing your story of, just the day in and day out of
Yeah.
taking care of all those babies and those children, and yet just knowing that, your husband knew your body was struggling
Oh,
and those hormones just were not where they needed to be. And it's amazing. You said you started with BioCleanse and
and
ProBio.
biotic and X factor. So today still I take the full triplex combo. I like to experiment with all of the flavors. So I take the triplex, I take ease, I take the X factor. I love Metaburn.
Okay.
That afternoon slump when all the babies are napping and I'm like, whoo, okay, gotta keep going.
Very
um,
good.
those and
What?
I love the act of my husband now takes all the products too,
Okay.
and it's
Awesome.
a real blessing to us.
What is your favorite combination if you mix some things together?
Definitely, the blood orange would be my favorite.
Okay.
Now his is the raspberry watermelon. So I love
Okay.
blood orange, and I usually in the morning. See, I'm dabbling with a lot of products. So in the morning, it's my blood orange. I'm just looking at my products right now. Blood orange with my hydrate, and
Okay.
I add my collagen. And then in the
Okay.
afternoon, I love my peach mango active. I love the new prickly pear.
Yes.
Um, Restore at nighttime.
Okay. Very
Love
good.
that. Yeah.
Well, we
Back,
do. We have a wide variety of products, but what I also love is most people come in starting with about 3 or 4 products
right.
and get consistent with that. and fall in love. And I think in the process of falling in love with that, there's that trust that's built. I know that's how it was for me. I started with a little bit and I'm like, wow, this really actually is making a difference for me. Like I've never seen supplements make a difference before. And that just really encouraged me, to keep trying different things as I
Well,
had needs arise.
one thing that I do find when I come across somebody who desperately wants to try the products, but they are on the tightest budget and they can't do a lot and they have to keep their order under $200. I always recommend the Slim Metaburn combo
That's such a good one.
because
Yeah.
it's our cheap
Yeah.
144 one, and it gives them a good opportunity to try. And then when they've got at the end of their second month and they've got their perks, they'll add on the X factor and try it, or add on the probiotic or something, right? But
Yes.
it gets their feet wet with the products, so to speak, and an
Yeah.
opportunity to try it and not then immediately share the opportunity.
Yes.
If they're
Yeah.
budgeting so tight, and I get it, we're all nickel and diming, right?
Hmm.
That's a great time to present the opportunity because how would it feel? Like, what could $300 more a month do for your family? It's huge.
It's so true. And so I love that, a lot of us come to Plexus for the products. But I also love that Plexus has, I like, the compensation plan is kind of like another product that Plexus has. And so, if you are at a place where you're struggling to make ends meet, or you just, need that little bit extra for your family, or you want to just simply get your products covered, um, think about who you can bless. Think about who this could be a blessing to. And just a reminder right now, and I'm just going to, we have about 2.5 minutes until our call, till our 40 minute. So I'm just going to wrap up here with just a few things. And this is such a good segue into um, some of our promotions going on right now is we have, I think it's 15 off for new members, new VIP customers get $15 off in Canada through the 10th. So that's today, tomorrow, and the next day, whatever that is. Is and in the US, I'm not sure. Is it 15 as well or is it 10?
I just signed up the US. Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Is it 10?
Signed up a lady in the US and I don't see there was no discount unless
Okay.
there was just a glitch in the system and she didn't get it. I don't know.
Okay. Because I thought there was something, but I know for sure in Canada we have the $15 off the new VIP wellness bundles through August 10. And our the prickly pear is almost sold out. That's you get that. We have that in the States and we in Canada have access to that too, kind of through the back door. That was absolutely delicious. And the featured products, I always like to mention this too. The featured products this month in the US is Metaburn and in Canada it's Edge. So if you add those to your subscription order, you're going to get some additional perks that you get to, am I right?
Right.
That you get to eventually you'll have more perks in your perk account if you opt into those. And just a reminder, we no longer have the kids vitamin in Canada, but we can get that NFR. And Edge is going away in Canada, but we will be able to get that NFR. And if you don't know what that means, I can help you out with that. But just a couple of updates that have happened this month. So thank you guys for being here. Um, Go out there, get consistent with your products, enjoy them, and consider sharing them and being a blessing to somebody else. Thanks, Sharon, for being here.
Thank you for having me. You guys all have a wonderful weekend.
All right. Enjoy Nova Scotia. I would love to visit there sometime.
Thank you. Come.
All right. Okay. See ya. Bye bye.